We've all made mistakes along the way, and I'm sure we regret a lot of them. But I'm going to be giving you some tips today to help you get more placements, help you, look at this music or your music career as business, how to maybe become a music entrepreneur, and how you can get paid from this as well as getting heard, because that's what we all want. Let's get into the video. Yo, what's up, producers? It is me, and they call me Heat. I'm a music producer of over 15 years, and on my channel here, I do show producers how to make some of the best boom bap hip hop style beats. So I asked the community, I sent out a message or a status or just asked a question. What are some things that a lot of you regret as a music producer coming up, during your journey or just being a music producer at all? And I gathered some things, but there are some things that I saw that were like kind of the same. I was seeing a pattern of the same type of things. And one of the biggest things was learning music theory or just picking up an instrument in general. So of course, those are two totally different things, like picking up an instrument and then learning music theory, because you don't have to know an instrument to know music theory. I work at a recording studio. I record, I mix, and I master at this recording studio, crackhouserecordingstudio.com. And a lot of people come in there and they don't really know, like when they're singing, they may sing a certain way or be in a different key than what it actually is supposed to be. And I mean, of course, over time that, you develop this ear, but had the artist known a little bit about music theory and how keys and pitches and things like that work, they would understand that, hey, I am not in the right key. This song is in B and I am in some random F sharp. I don't know. That's one of the things that I regret myself as well, is not learning music theory or just having some sort of music theory. Like, obviously, I started learning, like, okay, when I'm messing with the sample, when I'm playing a bass, I can hear that note is obviously wrong because it shakes, it rumbles, it doesn't flow, it doesn't go together. Sometimes when I'm just working and I'm creating certain things, sometimes I don't hear certain keys, or sometimes I don't know what key we're in. The reason why playing instruments comes into play with that, because once you know an instrument, let's say you know how to play the piano, you know where A is at, and you actually subconsciously know what A sounds like. If you know where those notes are and you can hear what they sound like on the keys, whenever someone plays it or whenever someone sings it, you just know what's going on. You're not stumped in any type of way. Oh, I got this sample called Audio Create. I don't remember where I got this from, somewhere, but I like that loop right there. So what I did was I threw it in Fruity Slicer. I want to find some drums real quick to just cook something up while I'm chopping it up with y'all. So let me go through some drums real quick. Yeah. And that ghost note thing, that's kind of like a little music theory right there. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, I'm playing this like a drummer. I'm putting those velocities down to get that bounce kind of like a drummer, trying to follow the groove of the sample with these drums. Yeah. That may work. Yeah, we gotta keep this moving. Ooh, let me put the hi-hats. Let me find some hi-hats in here. I like that groove that we got so far. Ooh, that's crazy. Now I know you probably thinking like, wow, man, he built that drum beat up so fast. It's so crazy. It's so like, wow, like it's amazing, right? It is, but at the same time, this goes into the next tip that I want to talk about, or next, I guess, regret I should say. Not taking the time to be social and be active and go out and like show your face, right? The reason that I'm so good and the reason that I'm able to achieve what I can achieve sonically is because I spent a lot of time in my room watching videos, in my room, always here in front of a computer. Like I spent a lot of my high school years doing this. I missed out on like things of like maybe going to shows, maybe, going to events and just being social with people, so that when I got a little bit older and I know I was a little bit better, I didn't really want to go out. I didn't really want to go to the clubs. I didn't really want to go to events and stuff like that, because I had already developed this mind of, no, I need to stay here. I need to be better. I want to be behind the scenes. This is what it is. Reality, I should have been going out when I got older, when I started really taking this thing serious. I should have been getting out more and mingling more, but I was more focused on being better, doing everything that I can do to create the best type of music that I can create. So going to shows, going to beat battles, those things didn't come until later. And I wish that I would have did it early so that I could have networked with people. I could have met artists, more artists. I could have had more projects out with artists. I could have had more material just in general, because I would have been creating with people more than I was creating with myself. And when I posed this question, that was something that people talked about as well, is that I wish I was more social. Got to be social in this thing, because in order for people to know who you are, even on social media, you have to give people you have to show up and show people who you are in order for them to know that you even have this thing that you create. So let me add a sample. Let me add this sample. Let me just see how the sample sounds over the drums, because it feels a little fast to me. Getting groovy with the sample. Let's go. That's hard. This reminds me of like some Ninth Wonder more than it does Madlib, actually. I like this right here. I like that. I don't like the snare anymore. That snare doesn't fit where I'm going, but I like where we at. I'm gonna change the snare, but let me add this in first. I like where we're going. I'm kind of thinking like bass wise. I think I should take the bass from the sample and just filter it out. I don't know. That bass is dope. I like how they did the bass. Ba-doom, ba-boom. I like that. That's kind of dope. So I promise I got something. I got some more tips for y'all, but let me add this tambourine in, because this percussion is super crazy right here. So something else that a lot of producers are regretting is that they didn't take enough time and to put into this, as a career, to make it a business and become like an actual music entrepreneur. We all think that, we just make the beats and we just get placements, and then, somebody comes through and they rap on it and we got this big hit. Like that was a misconception for a very long time. You make a beat and then just someone so happens to rap on it, it just goes viral. Like that's few and very, very far in between. Not a lot of people had that happens to. Cool. That's fine. So for me, I wanted to produce for big artists. I wanted to produce and have Billboard charting songs, Grammy winning, all this stuff. But not that it's not attainable, but I had to figure out things that I could do to sustain myself in the meantime. I don't just make beats. I make sound kits. I do consultations. I work at a recording studio. I have a YouTube channel that you're watching this video on. There's so many different things that I do that now allow me to turn this into a career more so than a hobby. I've put the time in, I've gained the respect of the people and built the community of people who want to learn from me and gather information from me. They like how I teach, they like how I give it. So with that being said, now I don't have to chase placements. Having a schedule, something that, allows you, that you have this specific amount of time. I know that I can dedicate this specific amount of time to being creative and just nurturing my business and nurturing myself as an entrepreneur and just getting better. Yo, one quick moment really fast. If you are liking what you are seeing, if you're getting some valuable information from this video, if you're just vibing with me today, please don't be afraid to hit that like button on this video right here. Let everybody know that you like this video and you feeling what you're getting from it. All right. All right. So before adding the bass line to the beat, before I kind of finalize this and finish this thing off, the last thing that I want to say is, and this is something that it's just really off the top of my dome, nurture your relationships and ensure that you keep those relationships very close to you. What I'm trying to say is basically that you want to build relationships, and this kind of goes along with going out and being social, but you don't have to always go out into the public to be social or to build relationships, I should say. You can build relationships on social media, through email, through, with companies. You won't always talk to, these people in person. Because of that, you want to ensure that you are nurturing these relationships. You want to ensure that you are staying relevant to these relationships, because you don't want to get the contact of someone great or someone big or someone important, and then you don't talk to them for years at a time. Keep constant communication with certain people, certain groups of people. When you put the work in, results happen. That's essentially what a relationship is. When you nurture that relationship and you stay with that person and you continue to keep contact with that person, your relationship grows stronger, you get better with each other, and you're able to now enter rooms and do things that you normally wouldn't do without that relationship. So keep that in mind, is that, relationships are very important. We always think that, I can get there. I don't need them. But a lot of times we do need them, whoever them is. Sometimes we need someone to help us to get a placement. Sometimes we need someone to help us to get to a certain artist. Sometimes we need someone to, put us in a certain room so that then we can create those other relationships. So let me add this bass line to this beat. I want to follow their bass line, and I want to put, different just variations inside of like mine. Oh, that was kind of okay, I think I got the note wrong when I went up. I think it's supposed to be here. Okay, one last thing that I think I need to do. I need to put a drum fill in here. Let me find a drum fill, and this beat is solid. This is a fire boom bap beat right here. We made a banger today, got some value today. Like, this is crazy. This is a very good, very good beat right here. Now that we've talked about these tips and we've went over these things and I've given you some things that you can kind of think about. Tell me some things that maybe you do regret as a music producer. Leave them in the comments below. Let's kind of have a conversation about some things that maybe you regret, things that maybe we could fix for you, or we could help you see a different point of view or perspective. I'm gonna get up out of here, y'all. Thank you for watching, and until next time, yeah. Peace.